Hey internets, it's Jake from Mini Terrain Domain, and this is Scribes and Scrolls, Book 7, Under a Red Moon. This is Chapter 95, Bulette Time. If you have been following along with us, you will know how the last session ended, or we'll tell you in the recap in just a moment. Couple of quick announcements before we get going. I need to make a quick adjustment to your domain tomes because we rolled initiative off screen and you used a couple, but one of them has already been recovered. Speaking of domain tomes are a way that you, the audience, can have an influence on the game. I can't even type the word domain tomes for some reason. It doesn't seem to work anyway. Game tome? There we go. They're a way that you can have an influence on the game by subscribing, resubscribing, gifting subs, cheering 500 bits, tipping $5. All of those earn domain tomes for the players that they can use for things like re-rolling or avoiding death, or they can spend 5 tomes, change the success level of any die roll up or down 1 level. Our schedule, we actually have a full schedule this week. Of course, we're playing Scribes and Scrolls now. Tomorrow is Sky Metal Iron Gods, not the Iron Gods, just Iron Gods. D&D 5e game happening on every other Tuesday. And then Thursday is our next session of Welcome to Paradise Academy, our Kids on Bikes role-playing game. The last couple episodes have been very dramatic. And I would say dramatic and traumatic.
Both.
For everybody
both of the
involved.
Omatics.
Yes,
very,
for everybody involved.
Yes.
And on Friday, I will be over on Nerdarchy YouTube channel for the next session of the Old Guard, a Da Vinci Punk setting. I say that every time, Da Vinci Punk setting. That is, it's a blast playing. So, yeah, check us out at any of those times or locations. Just a quick note that this game is a fantasy role-playing game that will have graphic depictions of violence, may have adult language, and other intense situations. If that's not something you are into, feel free to tune out and tune in somewhere else. We will not be offended. But do know that we, as players, have safety tools in place. We've had discussions about our lines and veils through Session 0 and constant communication. But we do have safety tools in place to make sure that everybody is safe at the table. Before we jump into the game here, we do finally want to remind you that you matter. Your presence on this earth makes a difference, whether you believe it or not. It is true. There are any number of reasons that you might be struggling. It doesn't matter what those reasons are. In fact, you don't even have to be struggling. You could be in a really good place, but you just need somebody to talk to. Whatever you find your situation in, you can come to our chat at any time and type in !help, and some URLs will show up. Findahelpline.com is a fantastic website that has, you just put in your location, wherever you are in the world, and it will bring up help services for all kinds of services, not just mental health. There's domestic services and the whole gamut. And they'll tell you websites, phone numbers, etc., text numbers. So please do look into that. Or you can check out takethis.org's growing list of resources. Those are great websites. We encourage you to bookmark them, save them for yourself, save them for a friend, and remember, you matter. With that, Cari, what time is it?
It's time to find some paths, bitches.
Speaking of finding paths, you have found yourself on the path out of the frozen mountain. as you exited the mountain with the point, the whole point of your trek in there, the gift of the Frostheart artifact, time came rushing in. You found out that roughly little over 2 weeks worth of time had passed, and you felt the full effects of that come rushing in. Most notably, Teera, who is battling with some inner demon, literal inner demons, a literal pit fiend,
one inner demon,
yes, that is cohabitating within your body. It did not go well. I think you ended that with what, like 8 hit points or something like that.
2.
Oh, 2.
2.
Thankfully, you have a powerful healer in your midst.
Thanks, Marda.
You began to make your way around the mountain, seeking out your vessel, the Zephyrhawk, where you'd left it parked, to find Yelta amped out, waiting for your arrival. She tried to get you to hand over the gift of the Frostheart, and you basically all were like, no dice. Her demeanor changed, and she said, all right, basically, we're going to do this the hard way, and shouted over her shoulder, they're not going to give it up. At which point, Veronica and Rhaegar, the two other major players of the Roving Wolves tribe, burst out of the sand, riding atop Bulettes, while flanked by a total of 6 additional orcs, all riding Bulettes. Flip wasted no time to shine the spotlight on himself, put himself at the center of attention as he rose into the air with lightning crackling. And I believe you said, let's do this, or something to that effect. So, we're going to jump into this situation that has escalated very rapidly. We rolled initiative off screen so that we didn't start our game off with a couple minutes of jotting numbers down. So with that, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
First up in the combat is none other than your young, what currently looks like elven friend, Cleandra, who is going to use this opportunity to cast...
Come on, kid. We believe in you.
She is going to cast a spell on Marda.
Oh yeah, okay.
You see as she begins to, it's almost as if she's grabbing the moonlight that's reflecting off of this mountain. Even the starlight seems to be drawing towards her as she gestures. And she pulls in positive energy and just points over at you, Marda. And it's like this positive energy just washes over you. For the next 10 minutes, you have a +4 status bonus to saves against death and negative effects. You have negative resistance 10, and you suppress the effects of the doomed condition as she has cast the 5th level death ward on you.
Oh. If I were writing this book, it would just be called Positive Vibes. Positive Vibes spell. Let's go.
So she casts this spell on you, and then I don't know. That was a 2-action spell, so let's check and see what she can do. Nope, that's going to be the end of her turn. She's not ready to jump into the fray quite yet for attacking, which means Teera, you are up.
As soon as Teera sees Flip rise into the air. She knows shit's about to kick off, and so she is pretty ready to go, which is, I assume, why she is so high up in the initiative order. And she's just going to rush Yaltha, I think.
Okay.
Can I get over there with one action?
Yep.
Okay. So with my second action, then, I am going to hit her with my brand spanking new dad sword. Here we go. Here it comes.
Is a dad sword like the opposite of a bastard sword?
The I have two parents sword. Yes. Yeah. Ba-bam. That's a 36 to hit her.
That is a hit.
Ba-bam. Love it. Ooh, bitch. She's in trouble. Let's go. I get an extra D12. Plus 35. Is she resistant to cold?
It does not appear that she is resistant to cold.
That'll be 38 points of damage.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
You almost catch her. You basically almost catch her on her back foot. Like, she was prepared for a fight, but was distracted by Flip. And you just rush in there and you just put a hurt on her right out of the gate.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to attack her again as well. Here I go. This is my third, so it's a -5. So that's plus 17. That's a nat 20.
Let's go.
Let's go. So, okay.
What does that make your total attack?
The total attack is then a 37.
All right.
So do I double all the dice? Is that what it is? Or you take the max damage?
You're automatically going to get double damage.
Double damage.
But we're going to select a card from the critical hit deck, or slashing, I believe your weapon does.
Yep.
Just going to do a quick shuffle.
18.
And
24, 48 points of damage. I rolled significantly worse on my D12s that
for
time.
the D12. Oh. No way. Alright, so do normal damage.
Okay. Shit.
Because you have hit her so hard, slashed her in a way that it is called a delayed wound. You're going to do normal damage, but at the end of each turn, for the next 2 turns, she's going to take that exact same amount of damage.
So should I re-roll? I don't remember what my original...
Yeah, let's go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay. Normal damage. Here I go. Normal damage. Here it comes. So, 18. It's 27. 30.
30, okay. So, she's going to, at the start of her turn, she's going to take 30 damage for the next 2 turns, in addition to
Oh my god. Hey! That's awesome. Teera is pissed, and she would call Yaltha a coward as she's attacking. In
All
orc.
right. Third in the order is both Kane and Flip. Kane is readying to attack, but he's kind of waiting to see what Flip's going to do. It's less of a tactical move than it is a I don't want to get fried in whatever electrical crap he's doing.
Oh.
So he summoned the storm, then the fight kicked off. So he's going to, his eyes are crackling with a lightning energy, and from the large storm cloud, which is about 240 feet in size over top of the battlefield, a single lightning bolt comes down and strikes Roniger and the Bulette that he's riding. And I would like a reflex saving throw, please.
Cari, you would be proud of me. I got access to a printer, and I actually... Oh, she's not even here. I printed out stat blocks, so I don't have to keep jumping around online.
Nice.
All right, so you're hitting the Bulette, and you're
hitting
Roniger.
Yeah, it's coming straight down.
Reflex saves.
Correct.
All right, so let's do let's see. Roniker first. Roniker gets a 35.
Okay.
And the Bulette has a 20.
Okay, so the Bulette takes 30 electrical damage, and Roniger takes 15.
30 and 15 for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Flip is going to use his turn to sustain the spell, and then he's going to, and I just put it in the chat, he's going to cast Cone of Cold on the gathered orcs there.
Nice. Good diagram, bro.
I think that works in terms of width and length.
So yeah, that's going to hit 3 of the regular orcs, Roniker and Rhaegar, plus all of their mounts.
Yeah. And
So-
Yaltha too, no?
Oh yeah, and Yeltha. So, is that a save?
It is a save. It is a reflex.
Okay, so Yeltha, reflex save of 30.
That is a success.
Let's see, the 3 orcs. Okay. 18. Critical fail. Oh my gosh, 2 1s. 2 of the orcs critically fail.
That's good for us.
That's destiny.
Roniker has a let's see, 36.
Okay, that is a success.
And Rhaegar, let's see, his reflex, he has a 30.
He has a 30. Okay. That is great. So, you said 2 orcs rolled a 1?
2 orcs critically failed, yes.
Got it. Okay. So they take 82 each cold damage as a blizzard of ice and snow issues forth from Flip, and this howling of wind encapsulates them in a snowman style arrangement.
Explain what does it look like when these 2 orcs are killed by this?
They freeze, and then but the storm continues buffeting them, and gradually small cracks begin to form as they're buffeted by ice pellets, and then they just break apart, and what's left of them is a pile of ice and frozen blood.
And
Damn.
their bullets take the... I rolled for the bullets, didn't I?
Did you?
No, I didn't. That's 19, 22, 28, 18, and 20. I don't think any of them saved, did they?
No.
The highest roll was a 28.
Yeah, one of them. Hang on. Critical failure is 10 less, right?
Yes.
So 2 of them, the 18 and the 19, take 82.
Okay.
Because that's a critical failure. The rest of them take 41.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
And I think Roniger Yaltha succeeded, and so did Roniger and Rhaegar? Did they both succeed?
They both got 30s.
Okay, so they each take 20.
Okay.
And then okay, so this is so many guys. So Yaltha saved. 2 of the orcs are dead. Roniger and Rhaegar both made it. And did you roll for the 3rd orc?
There is one more red shirt orc in that cone.
I rolled for him, didn't I?
I have no idea.
No, I didn't.
That'd be a
That's
question.
gonna be a fail because those orcs have a 9 reflex, so that's a 14.
That's 82.
So there's another one. It's a delayed reaction as he's looking at the others, thinking, "Oh, I just made it," and all of a sudden the frostbite just creeps up him and he starts to dissolve. You have
And as the lightning is crackling through Flip's fingers, he just kind of flexes them together and cracks his knuckles.
okay. Yeah, Flip, you just did some big damaged several of the bullets, and took out 3 of the orcs. The orcs that you took out, of course, were the 2 immediately flanking Honaker and Rhaegar, and 1 additional one. With that, standing next to you, Kane, you see him looking like he wants to get moving, and he hesitates a moment and just looks over at you and goes, "Damn."
I told you not to mess with me.
He
didn't,
is.
bud. Don't catch a stray here.
So he is going to, as he says that, oops, it says "damn," he turns and you see him sort of shake his head, and he kind of throws his head back up to the nearly full moon and howls into the night air as he goes into a wolf rage.
Nice.
He is going to he is going to take on the partial aspects of a wolf, as he charges in towards Yeltha, being the closest target and directly engaged with Teera. This die in particular is not great.
Keep using it.
He critically fails on his attack. So his very first attack ever in his wolf form, as he lunges forward to bite at Yeltha. Teera, you're right next to him.
Oh,
Let's hope he doesn't
fucker.
bite you.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's see. So that is an unarmed attack. Okay, can't find an opening. You can't use this attack until the end of your turn. The end of your next turn. Wait. Until the end of your next turn. So he's basically can't use his wolf jaws for the rest of this turn or his next turn. As he kind of gets caught up in the space that you're taking. With this massive new sword, and he's trying not to get hit by that. So since he can't do that, he is instead going to get 2 more actions. No, that's all he gets is jaws. He's not a werewolf, he's a wolf. Yeah, I think this messed him up. That critical fail just messed Kane up. Because he kind of counted on this wolf form, and it basically messes up his attack. Dang. Which means, Marda, you are up.
Awesome. How close is the closest orc?
The closest orc would be the one furthest on the left. So he's going to be, I would dare say, well within 30 feet.
Great.
That's a good number.
This orc just sees this tiny halfling charging at him, which
6 separate Tyrannus. Fuck.
which I don't know how terrifying that is, but as she does so, she takes her staff and is going to crack it across his leg, because I think that's how far she can get up. But with that extra, there's something else within it. It's not just the crack of the staff against him. As you can see, like the blood kind of welling up into the grooves of the wood of this staff. And as she hits this orc, just that explosion of blood erupts over his leg. And I need him to make a basic fortitude save.
Get him! Oh, that's a 13.
Haha, excellent. A 13?
Yeah, that would be a critical fail, most likely, I'm guessing, for your DC.
Yeah. I don't know what that means for a basic fortitude. Is that just double damage then? It doesn't...
Well, it would be based on your spell. If your spell has a critical fail effect.
It doesn't, no.
Then it doesn't mean anything.
Okay.
It just means he failed.
Okay.
And he feels really bad about it.
Yeah. Extra guilt.
Yes.
Okay. So that is going to be 27 points of negative damage.
Oh.
And you see that makes Marda look like, as she does so, whatever blood seeps out from this orc from being kind of cracked like that on his leg kind of seeps back down into the staff and into Marda, and Marda looks healthier, more hale now.
Marda, can you do me a quick favor and make me a recall knowledge nature?
Is he going to be resistant to negative? And that's going to make me very sad. Nature?
Yep.
10.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that anything else?
No, that's it for Marta.
Okay.
She moved and attacked. Yeah.
So, what you didn't learn, which therefore this comes as a little more of a surprise, as you ran up on this orc who is mounted on a Bulette, which is in part why you could only get to his leg. You see, suddenly you realize that right next to you is this Bulette, this armored land shark's giant eye, and you see its tongue loll out, just drooling as it growls. What you did not realize, so your character doesn't know, halflings are Bulette's favored prey.
Oh no.
And they get a
Get out of there!
They get a bonus circumstance bonus to attacks against halfling. It is now the mounted orc's turns. The orc you just struck
Run away!
is going to retaliate. As he's actually gonna, since you came right up into his area, he's going to reach down with an orc neck splitter, and take a shot at you. That's gonna be an 18 to hit. 18 hits you?
Oh, 18? No, sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say that didn't seem like it should hit.
I thought you said 28. No.
No, so this orc, this splitter just sort of flies over your head. He's going to take a second attack. That's a little better. That's a 26 minus 5, so a 20. Well, yeah, 21. Does that hit?
No.
So taking 2 swings and missing you, you see, again, as you're right next to his leg, as he kind of spurs into the Bulette. The Bulette is actually going to make a jaw attack against you as it tries to eat you up.
Oh god.
That is going to be a 28 to hit. That one is a hit.
Yeah.
Get that.
You suddenly get bit down on your shoulder and arm, taking, let's see, that's 2, 10, 9, plus 10. So you take 19 piercing damage. While it still has you in its jaws, it's going to swipe with its claw.
Oh no.
For a 34 to hit.
Oh.
And that's going to do 17 points of slashing damage to you as it's attempting, basically it bit into you and it's attempting to start to just pull you apart. It's full on trying to dine on you. The other orcs are going to, let's see, what's the Bulette speed? All right, they burrow 30 feet. So you see the 2 orcs. The one orc, the farthest one away, to the other side, you see as it and its Bulette, just as if it were water, they dive underground, and you see coming directly towards the rest of the, where most of the rest of the party is, you just see that sort of mound of sand moving, as the Bulette has one of its dorsal fin is just above the surface of the sand. Dun 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 dun. As it's heading towards you, but actually it could, because it gets it can take 2 stride action, so that would get it within range of Kane and Teera. So Kane and Teera, you see suddenly over top of Yeltha this Bulette leap into the air, and it's sort of twisted sideways, and you watch as the Bulette's claw is swiping down at the same time that the orc is swinging down its neck splitter. The orc is a 21 to hit at you, Teera.
21 does not hit me.
And the Bulette is a 40 to hit Kane, which is a crit. Because Kane has an AC of 27, so that's 13 higher. So Kane is going to get a critical slashing attack. Triple damage, terrible cut. Kane is going to take triple damage. Part of this just being just kind of out of it. He's not paying attention. This claw swipes across him. And let's see, the Bulette's claw is 2d8, 10, 16, 18. Now, when you were doubling your damage, Cari, you were doubling your modifier as well, right?
I was not. I added that at the end.
Okay.
I thought it was double the dice, specifically.
We'll go with that, because I honestly don't know.
Okay.
The top of my head. I know it's double damage or triple damage, but the specifics of it. So that's going to be 38 points of slashing damage that Kane is going to take. Let's see. What's his hit points? He's not even full. Okay, so Kane takes a massive slash. That is actually he gets he has 10 hit points for the rage. But not quite as bad. So that one sort of lands on the other side of you and kind of skids around, kicking up kicking up sand. The other orc that didn't attack anybody is going to make a run for floating electrified flip. And this orc is going to as the Bulette comes charging towards you, it's almost like it partially burrows. So it's less that it's running than it just sort of swimming along the surface of the sand. And it bursts up with both of its claws trying to swipe at you as the orc riding atop of it flips off of it to land on the other side of you and make attacks on you. So the Bulette is going to be a 27 and a 26 to hit you.
Okay. Both of those are a hit.
So the first one will be a 16. Second one will be a 20 in slashing from the Bulette.
Okay.
The orc lands on the other side of you. He has his short sword out. And that's going to be a 17.
No.
And then a 23.
Miss.
And a 4.
That hits.
Which will be the 4
A
will
4.
be a critical fail, I believe.
Yeah.
So for this orc, yeah, this one is called Sorry. You hit an ally adjacent to you or an ally adjacent to the target. The only ally is his own mount, the Bulette that he was riding.
Nice.
As you, it's less that you dodge out of the way, Flip, than the Bulette attacking you sort of moved you out of the way.
Yeah.
And his sword strikes at his Bulette. Fortunately, he rolled low. That's 7 points of slashing on his own Bulette. It is now Yeltha's turn.
Okay.
Yeltha has both of the frost hearts in front of her.
Lots of luck, bitch.
She is going to
While Jake is plotting our demise, check us out on teespring.com. I think he's ready, so I'm going to
Nope.
shut up.
Go ahead.
Oh, at teespring.com, we have all kinds of great t-shirts, like class t-shirts, like Barbarian, Rogue, DM, so many more. You can get them on mugs, hoodies, tank tops, stickers, and all kinds of other stuff. Teespring.com. Just search Mini Terrain Domain.
Awesome. I'm just checking what this does.
You take your time.
Okay. So she pulls out her longsword, and it's almost as impressive as yours. Not quite, but you can tell this is a special blade. You can see that it almost seems to absorb the moonlight. This sword is reeking of negative energy.
Ooh.
And she is going to strike at you, Teera, for a 33 on her first attack.
Yeah, that hits.
So as she strikes out at you confidently with this weapon, that's going to be 2d12. Oh, dang. 21 plus 31. 34 slashing.
Ugh.
Plus 5 points of negative damage from the blade
Jeez.
on her first attack. The second attack. Whoops. damage dice. Second attack is a 39.
Yeah, that hits.
Teera, you're going to take 25 slashing
Ugh,
and 3 negative damage.
Jesus.
I told you. This is not where you should be. And if I didn't tell you that, I'm telling you now. I think that is going to be her. Wait, let me see. I think this is 2.
In case anybody's curious,
Oh.
Teera, despite her weakened state, looks even weaker than usual, like hurt badly. And so, just throwing that out there for anybody who, I don't know, happens to have a spare health potion or
Nobody was
spell.
wondering.
Okay, just the weekly newsletter.
I was
You know.
wondering.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad someone cares.
No, that is going to be the end of Yeltha's turn.
Good. Fuck her.
But it is now Roniker and Rygar's turn. We're going to do Roniker, or rather Rygar first. And Rygar, as his Bulette dives under the earth, you see him flip off of his Bulette, waiting till the last minute. And as he does so, you see him execute this amazing acrobatic flip. And I'm going to roll a die to determine which of you he goes after. Including Kane, so that's going to be a D4. Kane will be 4.
What about Cleandra? Has Cleandra gone yet? I'm sure she's gone.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, because she was
did
first.
give the
We're still in the
super
first
buff.
round of combat.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. It felt like
She, or rather, he is going to go for Kane. And he is going to, as he lands, you see that he lands in a particular stance. His hands kind of go like this, and he roars, sounding like a tiger. And he is going to then go directly at Kane, swiping his claws in a flurry of blows, you might say.
Wow.
That is... Oops, that's a D12, not a D20. The first one is a 35 to hit. The second one is a 41 to hit. So the second one is going to be a crit. If they both hit... oh wait, that wouldn't be a 41 because that's a -5. That'd be a 36. Just under crit. That brought it just under the crit. Okay, so whoa, geez. From the first claw attack, Kane is going to take 14 slashing. The second one, he's going to take 24 slashing for a total of 38 slashing against Kane. As Rhaegar is moving with a agility you have never seen before, Teera.
fucker.
Alright, so that's 30 this time. And Roniker is going to step off of his mount, point his great axe with one hand right at you, Teera, as he's striding towards you, and he's just going to do one of these and just throws himself into a rage.
Oh.
Which is actually a shared rage. He is stoking an ally's fury
Yep.
Yeltha now has the effects of raging as well. From his rage aura.
Great.
Which means he can't attack this turn. Because of action economy. Because I just realized,
Yes, it's
because he took a stride. He took a stride action. He took a rage action, and he took a.
Teera, who definitely doesn't also have that ability, is looking for willing participants. Taking applications now.
I will say though, it's not an action for him to do this. He is going to speak as he's walking towards you. With his rage, it's like his voice amplifies. And what he does... Just wrote that down so that I... Oh, here it is. He looks past you, Teera, as he screams into the night air. Kleinen Luger von Volkendrak von Heisvolk. And I need to... I'm going to ask one of you to roll a d20 for me.
I'm going to ask one of you to get on Google Translate.
No. I need one. I'm going to have one of you roll this for me, so we're above board here. This is a will save coming from against Cleandra. As once again, Rygar is invoking her name.
Rolled an 18.
An 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And her will. Where's her one? So that's a 18 would be 6, be a 44. You see as Cleandra falters in her stance for a moment, she stumbles, almost pushed back by the force of his words, and you see her shake her head. No! I will not serve you!
Oh.
And we are back at the top. Oh, we're back at the top of the order, which means it's Cleandra's
Guess
turn.
what? And she's pissed.
Cleandra is going to use her first
Don't use my government name.
To I wish they would put these spells closer to stats. She is going to again cast a spell. This time she is targeting Rhaegar.
Nice.
Or Roniker, sorry, not Rhaegar. No, Rhaegar. I got it mixed up.
Whichever.
Rhaegar's the main bad.
Yes, big bad.
Rhaegar is who she is targeting, which means he needs to make a fortitude saving throw. And his fortitude is a 22. He rolled a 5. He has a 27. She has a 34 DC.
Oh, well.
It's not critical, but for the next round, Rhaegar is slowed 1.
Nice.
As she has just cast slow on him. That is then going to take us to our second place person, which is Teera.
Nice. As one action, I would like to rage. As
Excellent.
a second action, I would like to share my rage with my little bro, probably most useful in his hands.
All right.
So
well, he's already raging though.
Oh, he's already raging? Never mind.
He's in a wolf
I
rage.
would like to, let's see. Well, let's see. I guess, does it have like, let's see, my rage.
Within
does
30
all
feet
kinds
if you're
of
looking for a
things.
range.
Yeah, I think I'm still pretty central, so I think I
both
can
Flip
get...
and
Yeah.
Marda are within 30 feet.
I'm just making sure it doesn't really help him, unfortunately, because he doesn't melee attack a ton. It would... Nah, not gonna do that. I'm instead just gonna rage myself, and I'm going to attack the shit out of Yelfa twice.
Okay.
Here I go. The first one is a 37 to hit her.
That's a hit.
Nice. So here comes the damn 16.
I just saw your note,
31.
Gary, about a flurry of blows. You caught my little tongue stumble word?
You're welcome
can
for
be
all that
now.
I bring.
I'm sorry, I said the word tongue stumble.
Tongue stumble is a thing now. 33. So that is a 33 plus 5. Holy shit. 38 points of normal damage.
Oh wait, she
and-
also takes 30 points from your
Yeah, she
ongoing
does.
damage, so that's a 68 that she's taking right off the bat.
Yep.
So that's
So, and then, sorry, I forgot to tell you my other cold damage, which was an additional 5.
okay.
So that was a 43 total plus 30 even, so 73 on that first hit. And then I'm gonna try to swipe at her again. Here I go. That's 22 to hit.
That does not hit. She gets her
That's
sword
fair.
up in time to block it.
I imagine with the negative energy and like the frosty shit, there's some cool CGI that happens. I am in desperate need of healing. Just lest we forget.
Gary,
Help!
you walked away when I said this at the beginning of the fight, but I said you'd be proud of me. I got a hold of a printer and printed out all my stat blocks today. It's
Good
making it a
for
little bit
you.
easier, so I'm not jumping around on tabs as much.
Right.
So that was your turn.
I love
Kane and
physical
Flip.
copies.
Flip and Kane.
Okay. So explain to me how the battlefield is arrayed now. They've all dismounted from their bullets. Is that how it works?
Most of them. The one that's engaged with Marda off to the left there, still mounted.
Okay,
there's a Bulette and a orc on either side of you right now that you are
Yeah, I was
engaged with.
so worried about that. Okay.
They're scattered all over the place. They're no longer in clusters.
Flip is going to raise his fist in the air, and he's going to point at the Bulette and the orc that are challenging Marda, and he's going to bring his fist to the ground, and simultaneously comes a lightning bolt.
my
so
God.
so each of them can make a reflex save.
Right, that's going to be an 18 for the orc
Okay.
and a 23 for the Bulette.
18 for the orc and a 23 for the Bulette. Okay. So the 18 for the Bulette, you said, or an 18 for the orc?
18's the orc.
Okay,
23's
so the
Bulette.
orc critical failed, and he takes 48 points of lightning damage. And the Bulette takes 24.
You see, this is, as you make this attack, I imagine it almost like the camera rack focuses and pulls back as we see now this orc and this Bulette, this lightning bolt rushing down. Marda, you're standing right there as this lightning bolt just and strikes. And when the blinding flash recedes, you have just enough time to see the ashen silhouette of the orc just drift away in the wind.
Oh my God.
The
As
Bulette has electrical energy arcing across it, but it is not killed.
as the wind from Flip's storm blows the ashes away, Flip is going to whisper on the wind in a sing-song voice, "What can I say except you're welcome?" And then how many? Oh, I know they've all sort of spread out now. How many enemies can I get in a cone of cold?
Because the orc and the Bulette are on either side of you, you could get one of them while also getting Rhaegar's mount. Roniker's mount went underground. You can't get Ronica or Yeltha without getting Kane and Teera at the same time.
Okay.
Basically, if you target the Bulette that's closest to you, you can get one other Bulette.
That's it?
No, I take that back. You'd get two because the first orc that you killed, his Bulette is still there.
Okay, what about if I used Fireball instead? Then I can put it anywhere and get...
I don't know that it's going to change that much because of the positioning of everybody. That's a circle, right? A sphere.
It's like a
sphere.
Like a plus sign, right? But okay.
Because you've got Yeltha, Roniker, and Rhaegar basically clustered up on the Frost Hearts.
Right. Okay.
Hey, while Gary is thinking, Jake, I don't know if you're willing to do this, but I just realized my rage, because I am at level 7 and I have a Fury Instinct, should be a +6 instead of a +2. Could Yeltha take an extra 4? Please?
Yeah, I mean that's not gonna
I know,
tip the scales,
but
so yeah,
I know.
no problem.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay, so I can either get 2 Bulettes with the Cone of Cold or 3 Bulettes. I apologize. I have no visual reference for where everybody is now. So.
It's basically 3 Bulettes with your Cone of Cold.
Okay. Well, okay. Apologies for the delay. Okay, what if I did this? What does this do?
I'm gonna start pre-rolling my attacks for Kane while you're doing that.
There. Sure. Flip is going to he's going to cast Cone of Cold on the Bulettes.
Okay. So that's going to be reflex or fortitude?
It's reflex. You wish it was fortitude.
33, 31, 35.
Okay, so they each take 25 points of cold.
Okay. Double check there. The 2 of them that you hit are absolutely frosting over. They look like they're not long for this world.
But didn't I hit 3? What about the third one?
Oh yeah, you hit that one, but you didn't do nearly as much. You didn't threaten it as much. You did the damage to it, but that one was barely, the one that was closest to you was barely damaged.
Okay, sure.
Cari, I need your
Yes.
assistance on this.
Okay.
At this level, you said that it's the rage bonus is +6.
It's just because I have Fury Instinct, and that was something that I selected.
Okay.
So Kane probably has a +2.
Okay.
He is raging.
Yeah, I don't have the.
It would be under specials.
Predator.
Under feats.
Okay. He has the extra damage he gets from his wolf form for his animal.
Okay.
For his animal instinct.
Okay.
Kane is going to, while still having a bit of that, like the wolfen features on his wolfen features on his face. He's going to draw his he's going to draw the hammer the Dirkhead hammer.
Oh, cool.
And he's going to push past you and meet Rygar.
Nice. What a boss.
And he is going to take a swing for a 24 to hit. He swings a bit early as he approaches Rygar. Oh, man, Kane, you are having the worst luck. That is actually a critical fail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. That was a melee. He's all flipped around. Awkward attack. He is now flat-footed until the end of his next turn.
Damn.
Which affects his AC by 2. This attack is a 38 to hit. Which does hit him. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Back up.
Back up, Jack.
What did I say that first number was? Was a 24.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at Rhaegar's speed.
Oh,
and that is
that
AC.
doesn't matter.
So there's a difference there. So that is not a critical fail to him. So he is
Good.
not flat-footed. He did miss, however. The second one, though, with a 38 is a hit. As Kane slams this hammer into Rhaegar, bringing it like an uppercut. That's going to do 8, 9 plus 7. That's going to do 15. Nope, 16 points of bludgeoning damage to him. And he's going to take the minus 10. Which he shouldn't have done. Well, actually, that might not matter. That's a 36. Becomes a 26. It's just a fail. So you see that your brother is in wild desperation. In his rage, he lacks focus, and he's just swinging this hammer in a blind rage. And it looks like he just got lucky when he hit Rhaegar on that one attack. Yeltha, or Marda, it is your turn.
Hello?
Marda. Yep, you
Hello.
froze for a
Hi.
second. Looked like you froze for
okay.
a second. Yes, it's
I
your turn,
did,
Marda.
yes. I'm back. Hello. Yeah, so there were the 2 that got electrocuted before Marda. Is there still the...
The Bulette is right next to you.
Yeah, the
The
Bulette.
orc
yeah,
is
yeah.
dead.
Right. Okay. And Teera, you said you weren't doing super
No.
hot.
Not doing great. I was already at
Okay.
diminished hit points because of the whole fucking, devil
That's-
inside me.
That's, yeah, yep, that'll
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Alright. Gosh, okay. I think that helping is more important to... Yeah, more important. So, how far away is Teera from Marda?
30 feet.
Cool. So Marda is going to look to you as this Bulette is staring her down. Is going to look to you, Teera, and stamp her her stick on the ground, and you feel this energy flow from the ground up to you. As first, she is going to cast, Healer's Blessing on Teera, which means that for your first healing that I'm going to do to you, you gain an additional 10 hit points.
Ooh, all right.
And I am going to cast Heal, and I have it heightened, so okay, let me see. So that's going to be 36 points of healing for you.
Nice. Plus that 10, or was that with the 10?
That was including the
Okay.
the 10.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
And that's our turn.
Thanks. That helped.
Well, there's no orc there. There's one orc on Flip. And the orc and Bulette that had hey Gary, what's your save, your DC on that Cone of Cold?
29.
So that's a reflex save, right?
Yeah.
So a 27 would be a fail.
Yeah.
And would have taken how much damage?
47.
Because I forgot, in addition to the one Bulette, there was another orc that was on your side of the group, the one that had jumped over them.
Okay.
So you killed that one with that.
Woohoo.
So I wanted to make sure that we got that in there. So on this turn, the only orc that remains is the one that is right next to you. Every
Okay.
Bulette. Well, first, the Bulette that is engaged. All right, let me back up. Every Bulette that does not have a rider, except for the one that is right next to its favorite snack, halfling, immediately uses all of its actions to burrow, and as far as you can tell, they're leaving the scene.
Oh.
They are underground and they do not resurface. The one next to Marda is going to try to take another bite for a 27.
Yep.
So as that one bites into you, Marda, that's going to be 25 piercing damage. And it's going to do the same thing again. It's going to use its claw to try to rip you apart. That is a 36.
God damn it. Oh, Marda.
Yep.
Is that a crit or not? 36.
36 is a crit, yep.
Alright, so this is a slashing attack. This is the critical fail deck. No, that's critical hit deck. Lean into the blow. You are going to take triple damage from this, and you're going to drop your staff. So you're going to take 8. Wait, sorry, I'm rolling the wrong damage dice. I was rolling D10s, they're D8s. You're going to take 11, 21, 27, 37 points of slashing damage. Are you still standing?
Okay. Oh, Jesus.
If you're still standing,
If you had to put a number on it, what would the number be?
I couldn't do that again, even once.
well,
So
as you're
Even
thinking
one
this,
hit.
Marda, because you're still standing, the Bulette sort of kind of realizes its rider is no longer there, and it dives below and burrows down into the earth for its last action. I don't know if you have any attack of opportunity type options, then all right. Otherwise, those would have triggered. The orc is going to attack you, Flip. With his short sword. I believe he had pulled out to attack you. That is a 24 to hit you, Flip.
Miss.
Nice.
He's going to try again. That is a 23.
That's definitely a hit.
And he's going to very frustratedly try again. That is going to be a 16.
A 16 to hit?
Yeah.
Flip is going to sort of float in the air with the electricity and elemental fury surrounding him. The wind is whipping over his cloak. It's billowing and nobody's even said his name. And he's going to lean into the orc and he's going to whisper casually in his ear, "Your ancestors are watching, and they have found you wanting."
Oh.
Roll an intimidation check.
Metal as fuck, bro. Let's go. Bonus intimidation check. Go get him. Go get him.
35.
I'm going to say that he's frightened. His the DC you had to beat was a 16. So
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's awesome.
You definitely got through that. So he's going to be a frightened
Frightened boy.
value to all checks and DC. What? Okay, well, he's frightened.
Great.
Oh, I misread that. I was it didn't make sense and then it made sense. So he is frightened 1. That's the last of the orcs. All the bullets are gone. Yeltha is up. And Yeltha, using this shared rage, first off, Yeltha, you see more blood pouring from that wound. This is the last of the persistent damage. She takes another 30 damage at the start of her turn.
Oh yeah.
As she grabs at her side, you see that she kind of looks at Rhaegar almost pleadingly. But Rhaegar is not paying attention to her.
Oh my god.
And she has no choice but to lean into the pain, lean into the rage, and she is going to raise her sword with both hands and try to slash down on you, Teera. That is a 44 to hit.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Cari, tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Alright, so that was a slashing attack. I don't think this is... Oh wait, that's Bomber Spell. You are now, as you get hit with this attack, I'm going to roll the damage, which will be double damage. You are enfeebled 2 from this attack.
Jesus Christ. I'm running out of space in my conditions box.
Enfeebled 2 means that you have a status penalty equal to strength, or -2 to strength and DCs, including strength-based melee attacks, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks.
Okay. Now, okay. Okay, sorry.
So her damage from the disrupting longsword is going to be doubled. It'll be 4d12. That's 8, 18, 22 plus 32, 35 plus 3 negative damage.
Jeez. So that was 38 total.
Correct.
I do get weapon resistance 7 because I'm raging, so that's 31 total. So 40.
So
okay.
that's where I said this one wouldn't matter for you if it was I was looking at the wrong one, but the other one was that it ignored all resistances.
Oh.
But you're fine. You're fine.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're still standing?
Oh yeah. Thanks to Marda. MVP. MVP.
Oh, that does not do a whole lot. Oh wait, it's heightened. What level is the spell? Focus. Do you know? Do focus points work? Like, do you spend focus points to heighten instead of spell slots?
Similarly to spell slots, you can only heighten if you already have a heighten, I believe. Right? Like with spells, you can only heighten it if you already have it. I think.
Right, you have the spell.
Yeah.
At X level. What I'm trying to figure out here is I'm using a feature I've never used before. It's Paladin feature. Well, we know it as a Paladin feature, lay on hands. But instead of saying a spell level, it says it's a focus 1. But it's listed as a 5th level.
Yep.
So what does that mean?
So focus spells are automatically heightened to half your level rounded up.
Okay.
And so you only ever use, so they automatically level with you, so you only ever use one focus point for each of your spells.
So I'm spending the focus point to cast it, but it's automatically heightened at 5th level. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she is holding this wound, Teera, that you have opened after striking you. She grabs hold, and you see this energy spilling out of her hands as she lays on hands on her own wound, healing for 30 points. Basically,
Awesome.
she just negated that last round of damage that was persistent.
Oh, well,
Let me,
had to burn a fucking spell. Bitch.
Make sure you get these domain tomes that are rolling in. That means that it is Rhaegar and Roniker. Roniker is looking wild. He just has this, as he's in this kind of, it's definitely some kind of martial arts. You're seeing that as he's in this tiger stance. And with another roar, he is going to, Roniker is the kind of guy that would do this. He calls out his moves as he goes at Kane, yelling out, "Tiger Slash!" And both claws come in like this at Kane, because he was already in the tiger stance. He's going to make a swipe with both hands.
This is like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That is a 36 to hit, which is just 1 point away from a crit. It hits him, so it means because of the Tiger Strike, it does 2 additional damage dice. So it is going to do, instead of 2d10, it's going to do 4d10 of damage to Kane. So that's 9, 19, 22.
Does Kane have a
11,
resistance for his rage?
33. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, he's been reducing.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
So
I figured that.
Kane is not looking great. Kane looks like he's slightly less than a third of his normal self. So that was 2 actions for Roniker. And I think, let me just double check this one. After he hits Kane with this, you see that it pushes Kane back 5 feet, pushing you away from him, away from you and Yeltha, Teera. He continues moving towards him, and he takes both hands like this as he yells out, "Key blast!" And he's going to spend 1 key point to
Sure you can.
Attempt to hit Kane with that. Kane needs to make a fortitude save, DC 29. Kane has a fortitude of 20. Kane gets a 36. So that does not affect Kane as much as it could have. So he's going to take 6, 9. He's going to take 5 points of force damage. So that's Roniker. So that means it's Rhaegar. Rhaegar has been slowed by... sorry, Roniker. That was Rhaegar. No, wait. I got them mixed. I wrote the names down wrong on my sheet. This is
Okay.
This is Rhaegar now. Roniker is the Flurry of Blows Tiger Striker.
I think Rhaegar is the Fury of Blows Tiger
No.
Striker.
No, I've been mixing up their names because
Okay.
I wrote them down wrong.
No
Rhaegar
worries.
is the barbarian. Roniker is the monk. I just wrote their names down wrong.
Okay.
So Rhaegar. Wait a minute. No, that's right. Because Roniker's your rival, right?
Yes.
Folks, this is episode 95.
I'm sorry I gave you similar sounding
This is
names.
episode 95. We have done hours of roleplay with these characters, and for some reason today I am mixing up their names all over the place. So I did write them down right. Roniker's the barbarian, Rhaegar's the monk. Good lord.
And Yaltha's the girl.
Yeah. Actually I named Rhaegar and Yeltha, didn't I?
Rhaegar and Yaltha,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's on me for giving another
On your
R
head,
name.
be it.
So Roniker is slowed by Cleandra, which means he loses one of his actions.
Ooh.
Through gritted teeth, he is once again going to call out, Kleine Lugar von Volkendrak von Heisvolk. That is an 11 on the die. And her will is 26, so that is a 37. As Roniker yells this out through gritted teeth, Teera, you can't quite see what the effect that it has is, because Roniker grins, his tusks and more teeth showing
Ugh.
as he swings his great axe at you. The rest of you see, and Flip, I think you would be the one to hear this, as Cleandra, she looks like she's being hit by some sort of invisible force again, and she's pushing against this invisible force, and she meets your eyes, Flip, and she just says, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
And you see as she transforms into her draconic form, and in the same instant vanishes. Leandra is no longer on the battlefield. Roniker is bringing his great axe down on you, Teera, for a 27 to hit.
My AC is 27. What does that mean?
That means you get hit.
Oh, sorry, yeah, and I have a -1 because I'm raging, so.
So you are going to take 17, 27, 30 points of slashing damage, plus, actually, hold on. What did I say? 30? So 36, because he's raging.
Okay.
And that's the end of his turn, because the slow spell was still on him. Although no, it would have ended as soon as she was gone.
I think it.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go with that it was still in effect. Cleandra's no longer on the battlefield. Teera, it is your turn.
Oh my god.
You basically
Okay.
only have. There's one lone orc over there somewhere, and that Flip is dealing with, and you have the big three all around you and Kane. Rhaegar
Okay.
is currently pummeling Kane.
I guess I will continue after Yaltha. Because she's the one that I know is hurting a little bit, at least from my attacks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, here I go. 31 to hit.
Let's see. So because she's raging, -1. That's a hit.
Hell yeah. Okay, good. Phew. Oh man, cutting it close. Let's go. All right, so that's 19. Ooh. I've never had a calculator out before. I feel like this is cheating, but I'm doing it because I'm dealing with big numbers today.
Listen, there is no math. Even for a math teacher, there's no math quite like D&D math.
You're damn right. You're
RPG
damn
math
right.
is a whole other category of math.
Yes, it is. Okay, so that is 46 points of damage.
Okay, let me do. Okay, yeah. 46. Whatever she just healed herself, you just undid and then some.
Damn right I did. Okay.
But she still
wanna hit-
stands.
I want to hit her again.
Wavering.
Here I go. Ugh. 24 to hit.
24 is not a hit.
I'm gonna re-roll using a tome. Okay, so 50 plus 17 is a 32 to hit.
It's a hit.
Hell yeah, okay. I'm gonna credit Duval King Jacob with that tome. Thank you, bud. Duval is in the house. Oh my god. 32 plus 3 is 35. Plus another 38. Like almost the exact same fucking rolls, even.
Alright, I'm gonna get out a calendar here. A calendar.
A calculator.
I'm gonna get out a calendar. That's how big this math is.
I'm gonna mark
I'll get back
this
to
occasion.
you next week. God. That was 38, you said?
Yes.
Teera, you bring your sword down at Yaltha as she weakly attempts. She starts to raise this longsword that she's been using, and at the last second, she glances over at Roniker, and you see that she twists her arm and does not deflect your blow.
Oh.
How do you kill Yaltha?
Oh my god. So Teera is like bringing the sword down, as you said, and I imagine it's like Rob Roy gets her right in the meat between her neck and her shoulder and goes pretty deep, like goes right through the collarbone. I imagine she makes it to about here. And she looks over her shoulder and surmises kind of what has happened. And for the first time ever, she kind of pities Yaltha. because after all of this like sacrifice and commitment and devotion and all of the adherence to tradition and all of it, he does not give a shit about her. And she just like takes that in for a second.
The look on Yeltha's face as the life leaches from her eyes and the blood sprays out onto the desert sand. You see and you recognize in your former tribe mate. She died on the battlefield with her sword in hand. As far as Yeltha was concerned, she, most likely in her mind, she died a warrior's death. As this long sword with this negative energy blade drops to her side in the sand, and she sort of slides off of your weapon, the edges of the wound, not cauterized, but the opposite of cauterized. They're frozen. Like, it's still cauterized, but with frostbite.
Cool.
As she slides off of your blade. That was your second attack. You still technically have one more action.
I know. Can I reach Roniker?
Yeah, he's...
Is he within arm's reach?
Roniker just struck you on the last round, so yeah, he's right in front
yeah,
of you.
well, duh. Shit. Let's go. Okay. That won't do anything. That's a 16.
Before... Well, actually, that wouldn't matter with those numbers. But I will say that you do see, as you turn your attention to Roniker, that he looks at Yeltha's fallen body, and you do see his rage seems to slip for just a moment and then intensify.
Oh, okay.
Mechanically, it doesn't do anything, but flavor-wise.
No, but it's okay. Okay. People will debate this in the Netflix comments.
Flippin' Cane. Flippin' Cane sounds like a barbecue joint.
Right?
I'm way behind on catching your guys' jokes.
That's pretty much the end of it.
Yeah.
Flip is going to he's going to raise his hands in the air and he's going to bring them down at the barbarian. Is Roniger, right? Or Rhaegar?
Roniker is the barbarian that's trying to kill Teera.
Great. And reflex
Great.
save.
Reflex
save,
save?
please. Yes.
All right, hold on. I don't.
Was that great directed at him being him or him killing Teera?
I mean, look, we're on the battlefield. We don't ask these types of questions.
It's all a jumble. Okay.
So that's
all
a
right.
reflex save from Roniker. He had good. That is a 32.
32. Okay, so he takes 18 lightning damage. And then a multi-phasal ray gathers in the palm of his Flip's hand, alternating between lightning, and it looks as though there's fire and cold, and this ball of energy. Flip is just going to whip it at Roniger, and I'm going to use a tome to roll 2 d20s.
Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Good goddamn. I used 3 tomes. And 32 is the armor class that I got.
That is a hit.
Great. Would have been unfortunate if it wasn't. Oh,
I bet you Jake would have thrown you a bone there. I bet you he wouldn't have made you spend the tomes. Right, Jake?
And
I don't know about that.
As it's hurtling through the air, the ball turns into a mass of green goo. It sizzles, almost burning the air as it flies through with with a sticky sweet scent that tinges the breeze as it goes by, and it sticks onto Roniger and deals 40 points of acid.
Yeah, raging ain't gonna help him there. Can't rage away the acid burn.
Nope.
Now, does
Nope.
the acid goo, other than the flavor, does it have any lingering effects?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Is that your?
Yeah, I felt like that was pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Oh.
damn good. Yeah, good for you.
Meanwhile,
Well done.
the camera shifts a little bit as we see that Kane is fighting against. He's been shoved backwards, so kind of broken away from this group just by a few feet. He is engaged with Rhaegar, and whatever it was that was holding him back has released itself, and he lunges at Rhaegar, making I can't think of the word. Jaw attacks. He's attempting to bite at him with his wolf jaws.
Nice.
Roll a 1. That's like the third crit fail I've rolled for Kane.
I'm comfortable with Jake using a tome because it's our ally. Team, shall we take a vote?
Sure.
Okay, we have
All right.
2 yeses and 1 sure.
If you're sure, I will do that.
I think.
I mean, ideally, it would be great if he stopped sucking.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
I will-
Listen,
Just-
we only look
Now,
forward
are you
here at
saying
MTV.
are you saying that Kane should stop sucking or me?
No,
I mean,
let's not
I'm
direct
leaving
to
it to
that.
your interpretation. So whatever works for you, whatever you imagine in your mind is.
I'm
what
going to grab
at.
a different D20.
Wow.
I hope this isn't the one that rolled a 1 before. Okay, that's better. 16 on the die. That's a 34 to hit, which definitely hits his AC. So he's going to do 8, 14, 16, 22, 33 points of piercing damage. And then he's going to do the same attack at a -5. That is going to be a 23, which isn't going to hit. Again, basically this whole fight, Kane has been... You're realizing that when he gets into a rage, he completely loses all sense of control. It's almost like he's a berserker. The wildness with which he is attacking, to no avail, really. Sorry, I'm just checking a couple of what else he has. He doesn't have anything else, so that's going to be his turn. Marda, that's going to be you. The Bulette that was engaged with you is now gone. The fight rages on the other side.
Yeah. Marda's gonna make her way over to the other side. However, she's gonna go as far as she can within the one action, and then actually, scratch that. She is not going to do that. How far away is she from everyone else?
30 feet.
Okay. So then she's not going to do that. She is going... There's going to be an explosion of healing as she is going to cast. Where is it? Healing Well. So this disc forms again of
love the disc.
Emanating light, energy pulsating veins of light. All you would have to do is you have to interact. So she's with the well. So she's trying to put it like right in the middle of both you and Kane.
Awesome. Perfect.
And when you do that, you can heal.
Question. Can the other guys interact with it? Can enemies interact with it? Or
just allies?
Just allies. Sick. Okay, just making sure.
How big is the disc? Does it specify? Like it's a radius or diameter?
Doesn't specify. Nope.
Okay.
You can be... it's made of insubstantial energy, so you can, like, move through it. You can start your turn there. Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was a thing where... Because Kane and Teera are... There's only 5 feet between the two of them.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking that. So basically you
so
plopped
she's
it
gonna...
between them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And that's her entire turn.
I love it.
Yep.
The orcs and the bullets are all gone. Elf is dead. It is Roniker and Rhaegar's turns. Because I've been doing it this way the whole time, I'm going to go with Rhaegar first. Rhaegar is going to again Tiger Strike or Tiger Slash against Kane, as he just with a little more cockiness, seeing how much Kane is bleeding, as he just Tiger Slash and rips across Kane, or attempts to, with a 28 to hit, and Kane's AC is 27.
Ugh.
It's actually 26 because of his raging. As that's never happened before. We have gone through the entire combat playlist.
Battle tracks. Wow.
Okay. So that means he does 2 extra dice of attack or damage. So that's 15, 28, 38, 39 points of slashing to Kane. Kane is looking like he's on the ropes. Like he's struggling. He's holding on to that hammer of Dirkhead. His shoulders are slumped. It's almost like the hammer's weighing him down. Seeing this, Rhaegar is going to reach out with one tiger claw and slash at Kane. That is at a minus 10. So that still gives him a 30 to hit with a minus 10. That's going to be just regular damage because it's not this specialty attack. That's 10, 21. You see as he slashes down through Kane. If it wasn't for the fact that Kane was raging, Kane would probably have fallen.
Wow.
Kane has gashes ripped open all across his body. Directly next to you, Teera, Roniker holding that axe and looking at you. He kind of looks at you and looks at Yeltha, and he brings a free hand up to his mouth and whistles loudly. As he does so, he scoops Yeltha up, throws her body over his shoulder, looks at you. We're not done. As under his feet, his Bulette rises up and dips back down. If you have any opportunities of attack, you can take them now.
I do have an attack of opportunity. Hold
Because
on.
he is attempting to escape with Yeltha's body.
I've never gotten this opportunity before. Hold on a second. So, attack of opportunity. Creature within your reach uses it to manipulate action. Okay. You lash out at a foe. Make a melee strike against the triggering creature if your attack is okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna try to hit Roniker as he little parting shot here. That's not gonna hit him. That's a 24.
Reroll.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Reroll, I suppose. Come on. Be better. That's barely better at all. That is a 26. Super glad I botched that. Fudge. Man, I get angry.
You swing your sword, and all you hear is that sort of a as you cut through the sand that's being spun up into the air from the burrowing Bulette. As Roniker leaves with Yeltha's body, leaving Rhaegar alone on the field. As Rhaegar looks around, what the hell, man?
What a fucking loser.
Oh
my God.
Teera,
Awesome.
It's your turn.
Oh boy. Well then. So is he close enough that I can hit him without moving?
He was only 5
or-
feet
okay.
away from you.
Okay, perfect.
And as a matter of fact,
okay.
you can step through that healing disc on your way to
I
him.
would love to do that, please. I will step through the healing disc. What do I get?
Marda, you use the word interact. So is it an interact action or the... So it is one action.
Yeah, that's right.
That's fine.
It is one action. Yep.
I will action to use the disc, please.
Okay.
What? Okay, perfect. What do I get back? Just out of curiosity. I forgot what the number is. M? What do I get from your disc? It's okay, dude.
48.
48.
Which is, and I roll that, which is...
For a minute, I thought you meant 48, like the number.
No, I wish. Well, you get 20. You get kind of less than half.
The most powerful fucker just left the battle anyway, so that's good. And with my second action, I want to try to hit Rhaegar.
Go for it.
Fuck him, that's why. That's a 35 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, 16 plus 20 is 20, 36. Holy shit. 36, that's 36 plus that's 39. And because I'm raging, that's a 45. Holy shit. 49 points of damage on Rhaegar.
Yeah, that's a pretty good chunk. He's looking much more damaged.
Great. I would like to take one more attack, please.
Go for it.
That's a nat 20.
Bam. What's your total?
I need to do math. The total would be a 42.
Yeah.
I'm glad that happened on the spineless little shit and not the big bad, but whatever. Okay. Here we go. 16.
Hold on, before you go doubling damage and stuff.
Okay.
Make
sure it's not like last time.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
So this is a slashing attack. Plain and simple. You do triple damage.
Nice. Okay.
That's what it's called. Oh no, it's called pain and simple, not plain and simple.
Oh, that's fair. Does my rage get lumped in or no?
Yeah, of course.
It does get lumped in before I triple it. That's what I'm asking.
So
It's not really. I guess it is a mod.
treat it as a mod right now. I'm gonna check something.
Okay. +6, +5, +2. That is holy shit. Wait a minute. So that's 16. Sorry guys, I miscalculated. Oh my god, Riar's gonna fucking die, dude. This is the end. This is the end. Good night, sweet prince. That's 108 points of damage on Rhaegar.
Okay, so normally what you would do, according to, I just looked it up.
Okay.
For doubling or tripling, you would roll your damage dice, add any modifiers, and then double or triple that number.
Oh wow, so they do triple the mods, huh?
Yep.
Okay,
so we'll remember that for the future. What would it be higher if you did that?
It would be. Do you want to do it just for fun?
You know what? You can do it for fun if you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, either way, how do you kill Rhaegar?
Oh my god. So, very much the way that, hold on. Very much the way that she kind of felt sorry for Yeltha. She kind of now all of a sudden feels sorry for Rhaegar. Because if there's one thing that Teera knows, one feeling she knows acutely well, it's being left all alone. And she sees that, just a hint, I imagine, of fear in his eyes when he realizes that he is very much alone. And she would just drive her sword right through his gut. And just kind of look him in the eye, and she's obviously still raging, and her eyes are just bloodshot and like stuck open almost, and yeah, hates him in this moment.
As you drive the sword into his belly, he reaches down reflexively and grabs the blade with both hands.
Mm-hmm.
The tiger's not supposed to die this way.
I twist the blade.
And he looks you in the eyes. My hands are my weapons. And as you pull the blade slicing into his hands, his insides spill out onto the sand as he drops to his knees in front of you. And he sort of lands on his knees and sort of slumps back a little bit, not fully falling to the ground, just kind of like this, as his vacant stare is just looking up towards you. And with that, we are out of combat. You have killed Yeltha and Rhaegar, several of their orcs, and
my god,
you have forced Roniker to flee without claiming the very thing he sought after. In the aftermath of this battle, it seems the silence seems almost deafening. Where there was the clash of steel and arcane forces, lightning strikes, roaring and yelling, you just hear the labored breathing coming from Kane, probably yourself, Teera, as you come down from your rage. Kane, before it dissipates, Kane takes a feeble step forward and is going to interact with your healing. Well,
wow.
Kane had 5 hit points left.
Oh!
So why don't you both... You can touch it a total of 5 times, so...
I want to hit it again.
Yeah, just...
Kane's in there just grabbing arcane energy, going...
Yeah.
Like an old person at a casino who's just going...
what's the total healing?
Okay, so if that's 2 for Kane...
Mm-hmm.
2 what?
2 touches.
2 bats.
2 baps.
Two boobs for Kane.
2 boops for Kane. That is going to 18 plus 22.
I would also like 2 boobs,
22 total?
please.
18 plus 22.
Oh, so 40.
40, yeah. And then 2 boops for Teera. 24 and 11.
35. Hell yeah.
So 35. Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
In
feels so much
addition,
better.
so as you grab that last bit of healing before it dissipates, and some of the wounds, but not nearly as many as you might have hoped, clear up on Kane. The sand around you all, there's places, I would dare say, where the sand has been turned to glass from the lightning strikes.
Oh.
There are places where, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I don't know what it's gonna mean yet, but because of the combination of everything and the blood staining the sand, I'll say that there is at least one of the lightning strikes, blood and sand mixed to form this blood-infused glass. And the glass is basically, like if you were to scoop it up, you could basically get a handful of several ounces of blood glass.
We need to.
I'm going to make a note of that so I can figure out what the heck blood glass is.
Sounds like a band.
The other thing you hear, of course, is the crackling of Yeltha's fire, the flapping of the tarp in the breeze, and a very almost inaudible from the sword that Yeltha dropped that lies on the ground before you.
Marda, I know it's a sword and all, and swords aren't exactly your thing, but what can you tell us about...
She has the blood axe strapped to her
The
back.
fucking blood axe! The
Just
blood
collecting.
hatchet! Marda, that thing looks like it swallows everything happy. I mean... And because Teera notices this way this thing is just absorbing light, and it's just like, I don't think I want to touch it.
Marda is going to take a closer look at it. She wants to check it out without touching it.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana.
We don't need any more fucking cursed weaponry.
Make
in
an
this
Arcana
bitch.
check at it.
Ooh, 33.
1 second. All right. It is. So, this is a long sword that has a disruptive property to it. However, if you look up, so it's a disruptive longsword. However, instead of pulsing with positive energy and dealing positive damage to undead, this is infused with negative energy that deals 1d6 additional negative damage to any living target. On a crit, the target is also enfeebled 1 until the end of their next turn. So it's a disrupting longsword.
This is not what it usually is. It has been definitely corrupted somehow. It inflicts negative, bad energy. I don't think that Marta didn't get that it was like cursed in any way. Or can she tell that?
No.
Okay.
Teera would say it's not going to make us hear voices in our head, is it?
I mean, there is always a chance. I don't think
Not
so.
to make you paranoid or anything, but to be clear, no, you didn't detect that it was whether or not it was cursed.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's cursed. I'm not saying it's not cursed.
We should sell it. We should take it with us and we should sell it.
Perhaps we should wrap it in something so that no one is directly touching it.
Yeah. Teera would scramble up onto the Zephyr Hawk if she can and find like some burlap somewhere or something like that. And come back down.
Well, you got Yelta's tart that was there.
Oh,
too,
Yeltha's
so-
tarp is right there. Never
So,
mind.
As
Let's use
you
that.
pull down the tarp that Yeltha had set up, carefully wrap this sword. Kane showing no interest in this as he kind of looks up at the moon and gives a plaintive semi-howl as his woven features recede. And he just looks at all of you and says, I'm going to bed, and climbs aboard the Zephyr Hawk. And as the camera recedes away from the scene of this battle in the aftermath, with a few dead orcs lying around, the camera continues to pull back, and you can just see faintly down in the desert below as there is a single line in the sand of sand with a dorsal fin just that is rushing back towards Erglin. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Wow.
It's been a long time since we've done a combat-only session.
Yeah. Damn. And oh my god. I
And we
didn't
went
think
through
were
the
gonna make
entire
it.
action playlist. I need to add more tracks to that, I guess.
That did last longer than we almost
yeah,
like
it
ever
was.
combat.
I mean, you essentially had 3 boss level characters in there, plus a bunch of minions. And let's not forget that somehow Roniker was able to banish or dismiss Cleandra.
He used her real name. And does he have like control over her now? Is that what that means?
That is something you will have to ruminate upon while you take some time to plan your next actions. So I guess we'll find out next week.
Wow.
So,
Same bat time,
yeah.
same bat channel.
Well, thank you, everybody, who tuned in tonight. Whether you, I'm actually going to shout out a couple people here because we got raided by the Amphitheater.
Yay!
And we got raided by Voxbox VA. Subs from Dice on Ice RPG, Duval King Jacob. Duval! Scholtens C2 and FortNerd.com. I don't know who any of these people are. But resubs from all these wonderful people. So thank you all for that. Of course, all that goes to generate these domain tomes as well as support the channel. If you are somebody that likes to lurk quietly in the chat, or if you're watching with us on VOD later, know that we appreciate you and hope you enjoy our games that we share with you. And before we bounce out of here, I just gotta say, as always, a tremendous thank you to these amazing players. We pushed through almost the entire session without a break once again, but we're ending 20 minutes early. So in a way, you get your break early. But no, I love playing with all of you.
Awesome. Awesome.
This was an epic fight. We haven't had a big epic fight like this in a long time. So as always, a huge thank you to Gary, and Cari, without whom this would just be me talking to myself for a couple hours. With that, we're going to go ahead and end this stream the same way we end every stream. You can say it with me if you want.